engage everybody as much as possible.
Okay.
And through probably tone as well as some gestures.
Okay, you're really focused on gestures and what else?
Tone. I'll try to vary my
tone. Try to vary your tone. Okay, we'll be watching.
Okay. So a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jason, and I'm up here again to give my introductory speech. Apparently, the previous one wasn't very well delivered to spark any interest, to have new people coming to ask me about myself. So right now, I'm going to restructure my introductory speech into a more organized manner, such that you can have a better idea of me and my interests as well as the activities that I've done. So basically, I'll talk briefly about my past, I'll talk about the present as well as future, and I'll wrap it up with my personal philosophy. Okay, so basically, not to bore you, I'll just start before, I'll start talking about my life before college. So before attending college in Singapore, I actually served the national service in Singapore, and what I did was, I actually went through army, which is military, and what we did is we learned how to shoot firearms, we learned how to throw grenades, and we stayed out in the wild. And at the same time, I also get a chance to join the Air Force, learn how to fly a plane. And it's not the Boeing 747 that you think, or it's not the C-130 that you think, but it's rather a small trainer plane which only fits 2 people in the cockpit, the instructor and myself, with one small propeller right at the front. So that's what I did during my national service. And then after that, I moved on to college, where I majored in accountancy. It's a 3-year program, and during college, I participated in a lot of activities in what we so-called Hall of Residence, which is similar to the dormitories right here in Georgia Tech. So I played soccer, I played sepak takraw, which is effectively a rattan ball, played across a net against another team in some sort of like a court as big as a badminton court. And I did water polo, I did carom, which is something like a board game where you hit with your fingers into holes. Apparently this sounds pretty novel to you guys because you all seems to have a lot of blank looks. Yeah. And other than that, I'm also part of the school business case club where I organize international case competitions, seeing top universities from all across the world. We invite them to our school to do a presentation. And at the same time, I also participated in this public policy competition in Singapore addressing issues on aging populations as well as the income disparity. And at the same time, I also joined this competition on clean energy, effectively coming out with a 20-year plan, energy plan for this hypothetical country. And well, other than that, I also went on to do a lot of internships. The first one was with Deloitte and Touche. I work in Petroleum Services Group, essentially coming out with management reports for oil and gas, upstream data. And then I went on to do 2 internships in Ernst & Young, one in the corporate tax division, preparing as well as following tax reviews and computation. And the second one was in corporate restructuring, doing due diligence for companies that is going under. And the most recent internship I did with a consulting firm, Bain & Company. So effectively we work in a global case, global financial services case, and we work remotely with a team across in the North America, Canada area, while the Singapore team actually focus on the Asia growth opportunities. So, well, all work and no play make Jack a dull boy. It also made Jason a dull boy. So what did I do during my free time? I love to travel, and I've been to a few places, but I'd like to highlight some key places that I really enjoyed. One is the climbing expedition in Mount Kinabalu in Malaysia. It's the highest mountain in Southeast Asia. And recently I've been to Miami, Key Lagos. I had my first snorkeling trip over there. It was pretty awesome. And just during the spring break, I went up to Alaska and I did my first skiing trip at Alyeska Resort. So it was pretty awesome as well. I totally enjoyed myself, and I've got more plans coming up this weekend, going camping, probably in Smoky Mountain, and also try some skydiving if possible, if time allows. Yeah, and moving on to present, besides being in public speaking club, I'm also in the UCC, and this coming Friday we're having a case competition in Emory University, I'm participating with Esteban right here. And at the same time, I'm also in Georgia Tech Scythe, but I'm guilty to say that I'm not that active because of the long durations of their projects, so it's pretty hard for us to get engaged. And moving towards the future, I aspire to hold a job, to pursue a career in the management consulting area, and that will be the short term. And I hope to do a 2+2, which is working for 2 years and then moving on to doing an MBA, hopefully in an Ivy League school, and subsequently venture into the private equity or the venture capitalist industry. And well, this brings me to the last part of my self-introductory speech, which is my personal philosophy. There's this one line which I hold truly to my heart, which is, he who wants it most will get it. So basically, this means that if you really want something and you fight hard for it, you will definitely get it eventually. So yes, I hope this will actually inspire all of you and motivate all of you in doing whatever you believe in. Thank you.